This is me. This is the track. And this is me getting punted off the track on lap 1. Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We had to use the restroom right before this race, so we had a terrible start. Actually, we had a terrible qualifying. We qualified P20, I believe. So coming up into corner number 1 here, we're just going to try to avoid what we can, because if you've ever raced this track, you probably have the inkling of what's going to happen, and that is 4 wide through turn 1, because we all think that we can make it. So we managed to get past everything there. Car number 4 kicks to the inside, so I give him a little bit of room here. I don't want to be involved in too much of a wreck here. Going back into our cockpit cam here, as you can see on our left, we have cars kind of bottling up, so we're going to try and take it a little bit slow. Popping back into Kyle's cam here to watch us get absolutely destroyed coming through there, because we were worried about what was going to happen to the cars in front. And as you can see, everybody gets jumbled up. I take it slow, and unfortunately that earns me a spot in the wall. So I had some nice things to say to him as I was coming into the pit section here, because once we pulled up to the man, I realized that we had 11 minutes of repairs. So all right, looking at the race results here, the strength field was 3,406, and that's pretty crazy, seeing as that's how that race went. Lap times are getting into the mid 25s now as I record this video, so we need to get our lap times down a little bit. I know we've got into the 126.5s, but 125.5 is what the fast guys are running right now. Either way, we lost 0.08 safety rating and a big hit to our I rating here. We lost 61. We were running 7 laps behind, and I think I saved some of our safety rating by going back onto the track later on in that race and putting down some times. My quickest time that I laid down after was a 126.995. There still was a little bit of damage to the car. I didn't do all the optional repairs, but I did everything to get rid of the meatball. So we did lose a little bit of I rating and safety rating. Well, a lot of I rating, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I just wish the strength of field that we are racing in raced a little cleaner. But let's go ahead and get into race number 2. As we start race number 2, I want to start off with saying I would like to thank Aiden Pohl. He is helping me figure out how to do these types of videos, because obviously we changed up the style a little bit. We're on a new channel. I want to get branched out as much as we can, and he has spent the time to help me figure out how to do a lot of this stuff. So if you're watching this, Aiden, appreciate it, brother. Thank you. As we come through turn number 2, 3, and 4, we are just hoping to God that we are actually going to make it. And as you see there, we lock up a little bit. Luckily, we did not drive into the side of that 14 car. Coming through the quick S's corner 5 and 6, we are going to be peeking behind because something happened to somebody that happened to me last race. They get punted coming out of the corner. And as we come up onto corner number 7, we are trying to carry as much speed as we can. We got somebody passing on the outside. Number 9 car blocks that off from him, and we are going to be piling up behind. I believe that is the 9 car and the 14 car. Kind of slowed us down through here. Car behind me I thought was actually going to hit me, but we managed to escape all that without any issues. Hoping to get on the inside of him there. Looking up ahead in the front here, they got quite the battle. Pushing out the number 1 car is the number 6 car, and coming through here, they are just all bottlenecked. It's kind of slowing us down. It might not seem like it is, but it is, because everybody's worried about what's going on in front. The pink car is actually spit it out, car number 3. Coming across the line here for lap number 2, we are getting quite a bit of slipstream here, so we're a little nervous. So I get on the brakes a little early because I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Up ahead of us, car number 4 hits car number 17, just continues to drive through. Luckily, we cut the inside with the 3 car, and we manage our way past that, coming up into corner number 2 and 3. We get a little lockup coming into corner 4. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if my brake bias wasn't set the way I wanted it to be, but we had some issues with brake lockups all race. I did change out the spring of my pedals, and I'm thinking maybe that's possibly it, but I waited for the spring for like, I don't know, a month and a half ever since I got the new Simpson pedals, and it just never showed up and never showed up and never showed up. So I did what I did with the braking springs I had. And right before this race, of course, what shows up in the mail? That spring that we've been waiting for the last month and a half. So I threw it on and figured we get into a race, and well, it is what it is. Up ahead, car number 14, cutting to the inside of car number 9 as he goes off the track and crossing back over to hopefully get himself a crossover, and he managed that. Car number 9 runs off the track onto the grass, which is possibly opening up the door for us to be able to get up to him and be able to get by him coming into turn number 1. But as the slipstream continues, I'm gaining a lot more speed, and car number 3 cuts me off, so I have to let off the brakes. Nothing crazy. I just wanted to make sure we made it through this corner. Car number 9 on the brakes heavy as he had to carry that inside line. Coming through corner 2 and 3, we are just going to kind of sit behind the car number 9, and we're kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. We're a little faster than him, but as we come around the corner, we notice that going on. So here, car number 9 gets quite a run because he sees that before I do. I don't know how I didn't see it. Take it from car number 6 POV here. He just gets a little bit into that grass on the left-hand side, and it shoots him across the tracks because he across the tracks. We're not going over railroad track, across the track, because he locks that one tire up. We're gonna try and send it on to car number 9 here, coming close, because I thought my pace was a little faster than his, and apparently I was wrong, but it is what it is. We tried to cut the inside of him, did not work. He cut that off. Coming into corner 14, I believe this is actually maybe corner 11, I can't remember. Either way, skipping ahead to lap number 5, he sat behind car number 9 here for quite some time. Nothing crazy happened. We actually got an off track for cutting the grass there, but it was kind of strategic because I wanted to get a run on him off of that corner, and we cut to his inside here. And all I'm thinking about in this moment is where's the latest that I can break to get this spot confirmed, and I managed to get the overtake done clean and clear. I was a little slower, or I had a different line than a lot of cars through this. I just figured out something that worked for me. He was going to try and cut to the inside through there, and I noticed that, so I stayed a little wide, but it gave me, I guess, a better run off of that corner than it did him. Coming up into corner number 12, we ship it into the grass. I got quite a lockup. I felt fast. I wanted to keep pushing, and I pushed a little too hard, locked up my tires up in the front left, I believe. That is going to cause us to lose 2 positions here. Coming across onto the front stretch, the car number 5 managed to get past me, as well as I didn't want to wreck anybody coming back onto the grass, so I came on slow. Coming into corner number 1, we're going to show that we're going to the inside, and we aren't actually going to. We're going to cut back out to the actual racing line, get around the corner here. Didn't want to do anything crazy. I probably could have done a send on him, but is it worth it at that point? Probably not. I'm just going to sit back behind him and see whether he is going to keep up with the pace or not. And he proves to keep up the pace as we sit behind him for quite some time here. It is what it is. We aren't giving up too many positions. We are still ahead of what we were. Skipping ahead back up to corner number 12. These cars have been battling it out for quite some time. Car number 14 sends it off the track. 3 sends it to his outside, holds the outside line. You can hold the outside line, but you have to be very careful, because if you have too much gas coming into this last corner onto the straight, you're going to slide up into that 14 car and just send him directly into the wall, which would not be any good for anybody. Staying on board with car number 14 here, he's going to hold that outside, and he's going to brake a little late, I think. Maybe not, but he doesn't get the car slowed down enough to be able to chop the number 3 car down on the inside of him, so it allows him to pass. He gets quite the run out of that corner as well. Skipping ahead to corner number, let me look, corner number 7 here. We got the, I guess, identical cars battling back and forth. I'm not sure what the car number is on the inside. I think it was car number 9. A little slow through there for some reason. He proved to be slow through there most of the race. We get a little run on him coming out of the corner here. I don't know if he lets us by or what the deal is, but I think he actually did. So cheers to him, I guess. But what do you know? Yep, in the grass again. But we managed to hold it, get back on the track, slow him down quite a bit, unfortunately, but it is what it is. He is going to cycle in and stay behind us here. We did have pace. Him and I were both very close in our lap times, so him and I stayed kind of like this between each other most of the race here. Coming up on lap number 8, coming back into corner number 12, we are going to make sure that we get stopped but we lock again. We send it over the curb. We send it back into the grass. I promise you, this is not a previous lap. Car number 9 gets around our outside. He sends it off into the grass. So he must have been playing me pushing out, which I did that 3 times in front of him. So he should have known that I was just going to stay to the inside. Either way, I'm an idiot for causing that to happen. That's on me. I did him dirty. I drove off that corner of the track multiple times. Like I said, I don't know what the deal was. I think my brake bias is a little different, but on lap number, I can't remember what it is. We make 100% sure that we get through that. We brake a little sooner. I think I was just off on my braking lines, and mentally when you're in a race trying to keep pace, it's hard to readjust your braking lines or to trust a readjustment. But at the end of the day, if you need to make a change, make a change. Skipping ahead to lap number 14 here. We are, I believe, currently in P6. For some reason, I can't get Race Labs to work. I'm trying to record these videos in 1440p on a single monitor. That way you guys get a little better perspective here. So I believe we are in P number 6. Car number 14 sends it off into the grass, kind of like earlier in the race where that car got it in the grass. Car number 5 manages to get by him. Luckily, he gets back on the track and gets going. Not that I'm rooting for somebody else, but you never want to see somebody wreck. I mean, everybody's been racing hard. Everybody's been racing clean. Skipping ahead to a final lap here. Stayed behind car number 14. Nothing crazy happened in that time. Basically, what I'm going to try to do here is send my hardest lap. I'm within probably a second of him. I know I can get there. I've been kind of cruising at this point, just making sure we got through this race, because the end of Sebring, the start of Indianapolis has been tough on me. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm getting safety rating and I rating. My goal is to obviously get above 3,000 in this season, and I've done quite the job coming from like 1,800 all the way up to just shy of 3,000 at Sebring and getting wrecked in 2 races and dropping back down to 2,700 after this wrecking into Indianapolis. Either way, he sends it out wide. I thought I was going to send it on the inside of him, or going to have enough room to send it. I'm playing a cross here, and I pushed it a little hard, but if I had to, I could have hit the brakes a little bit more to cut on his inside, but he did a good job defending that inside line. As we'll see from his perspective here, actually his mirror perspective, I send it as hard as I can, hoping to get a little time on him. I was going to just cut the inside of that curb, but he braked at about the same time, which was good for him. He held the line very well. I had one last shot. I took the corner wide, tried to get on throttle early, and did not manage to get past him. So that is coming across the line in P6. And as we switch to this next cam, we are going to finish the race exactly how we started the race, swerving. I say congratulations to everybody. Everybody was reciprocating that same message. Let's look at the results. All right, looking at the race results of race 2, it was the top split as well at 3,024. We did manage a plus a 0.06, and we gained some of what we lost last race back on our iRating change. Gets us back up above 2,800 here. We ended up finishing P6, started P8. We were 21 seconds behind. And if you look here, the difference in time is astounding. He's 15 seconds behind at P2 to what we got running. And I did look, Jackson was at the top of the leaderboard, number 1 on the leaderboard for track times in the open class. So he ran quite the lap here. Like I said, we did gain some iRating and safety rating here, and we ran a little bit lower of a lap in this race. Our numbers are lower than that as we are recording, like I said in the previous race as well. We are down into the 126.5s, or a little lower than that even. So hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.